Hello, I'm Erin Shea, and this is this week's Anchor TV News Update. In a startling revelation, the U.S. intelligence community revealed their belief that a bomb may have been the cause behind the crash of a Russian airliner in the Egyptian desert earlier this week. Although they admit it's too early to say with certainty whether or not the bomb is to blame, officials believe it is a strong possibility, saying we have concluded that there's a significant possibility that the crash was caused by an explosive device on board. The airliner, operated by Russian carrier Koglamavia, crashed roughly 20 minutes after takeoff, killing all 224 passengers. Several groups, like ISIS, have claimed responsibility for the crash, although it's uncertain if their claims are true. The Federal Reserve has fined German banking giant Deutsche Bank $258 million over the alleged dealings the bank made with Iran and Syria. These allegations state that the bank made deals with a pair of Middle Eastern countries, which is not permitted to do due to the U.S. sanctions against them. Along with the fines, the Reserve also stated that the Deutsche Bank must terminate all employees involved in the transactions, along with creating an enhanced program to ensure all sanctions are followed in the future. The bank responded in a statement claiming the transactions stemmed from deals made several years ago, and that all activity ceased after that point. Last week, Rick was lucky enough to host the cast and crew of The Purge 3. 300 students participated Tuesday, October 27th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. as extras. The movie shot 2 days at Savensleigh Hall and will also be shooting at the Rhode Island State House, East Providence, as well as parts of Woonsocket. This was all made possible by the Rhode Island Film Association. A few of the producers, as well as the location manager and the commissioner of the Film Association, lent their time to a forum for students on October 29th in the Foreman Center from 2 to 3. This was a great experience for several students to ask questions and gain insight on the film. The film will be released in late July of this year. Another event happening soon at Rick is the Public Occurrences Forum on November 12th. The forum is in association with the Providence Journal with the hopes to educate students on current events. A few topics being discussed will be who is responsible for improving student performance, what are the consequences of an inequitable medical care, and what will it take to get a piece of the American dream. The forum will take place in Savensleigh Hall at 6 and end at 8 on November 12th. Now let's turn over to Mike Giamarco for some sports news.
The Boston Celtics fell in a tightly contested game against the Indiana Pacers Wednesday night, falling by a score of 100-98. The Pacers' Monte Ellis broke a tie with 13.7 seconds remaining in the game, making 2 free throws to put the Pacers up for good. The 1-3 Celtics will take on the Washington Wizards at home on Friday night. The Celtics were led by Isaiah Thomas, who started the game for an injured Marcus Smart and racked up 27 points in the game. Their next game is at home on Friday when they take on the Washington Wizards. The New England Patriots improved to their first 7-0 start since the 2007 season after defeating divisional rivals Miami Dolphins 36-7 last Thursday night. Tom Brady threw for 356 yards, over 4 touchdowns in the win to improve to a total of 20 touchdowns and only 1 interception on the season. The Patriots look to continue their undefeated streak when they take on the Washington Redskins at home on Sunday afternoon. The Boston Bruins fell to the Dallas Stars Tuesday night by a score of 5-3. Former Bruin forward Tyler Seguin had a hat trick in the game, which snapped the Bruins' 4-game winning streak. The Bruins look to rebound tonight when they take on the Washington Capitals on the road. The 4th-seeded Rick men's soccer team advanced to the Little East Championship game on Wednesday, powered by a goal from forward Kamala Dogby. Dogby, who recorded the game's only goal, notched the game winner late in the first half to give the Anchormen the win over top the seeded Eastern Connecticut State University. They look to capture the championship on Saturday when they take on 3rd-seeded UMass Boston. The women's volleyball team pulled off a come-from-behind victory in the Little East tournament, defeating Plymouth State 3-2. The Anchor women were led by the efforts of outside hitter Kelsey Lace, who recorded 24 winners and 16 digs, along with setter Abigail White, who had 34 assists. The 6th-seeded Anchor women set their sights on the next opponent, 2nd-seeded Keene State, who they play against tonight.
For Mike Giamarco, I'm Erin Shea, and that's it for this week's Anchor TV News Update. Follow Anchor TV on YouTube and watch on Campus Channel 3.